So before we start applying any eyeshadow and eye makeup, I do like to make sure that my eyes are primed. And for this, I use my Phytotherapy Revitalizing Cream. It is basically more like a very light lotion. So if you're going to add a cream around your eyes, I wouldn't suggest using anything heavy, anything that has shea butter in or thick oils in. And how I apply it, I'll apply a little bit under the eye as well. This doesn't make the eyelids puffy, and it also helps to calm down any inflammation on the eyelid if you do happen to have it. It also helps take away puffiness as well, because it contains seaweed extract, which helps firm the skin around the eye. So it really makes a nice base, and if you leave it just a couple of moments, it really it nicely prepares the skin around the eyes. And if you notice what I do, I go across the eyelid, up and under. So I'm pushing in lightly and under, and over and under. So as long as it's, just leave that a couple of moments and then you're ready to start. Now, if you happen to have a lot of discoloration on the eyelids, say a lot of redness, you can use a primer. And at Perez, we do carry a few primers. So we have a neutral primer, which is like a light brownie foundation base, and that's what most people have been using. And in the meantime, I have brought out a few others. One is like an ice pink. You can see here, these are a little mucked up here. And another one is like a goldy color. These don't actually add much of a color to the eyelid, but what they do is they just help to balance out the eyes. So for example, if you're cool like I am, I would use the pink. If I was a warm toned skin person, I would use more of the gold. And you just literally put it on and pat it on the eyelid. And this is very useful actually when using the loose mineral eyeshadows. So it helps the eyeshadow stick to the eyelid. But we also have the original as well. So let's begin. So I am going to do the brown first. And I have basically in my repertoire, I have two of these blending brushes. These are small eyeshadow brushes that are quite firm. They're not large and fluffy, and we do sell these, so I will put a link. I will show you a picture of it, and I will put a link in for these brushes. And I keep one for my nudes and my light colors, and I keep the other one for when I want to do a darker color. So looking at the brown, now I want to save the tip for when I need it, say for example going underneath the eyes. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of color with the brush on the side, on the lower end, and there's quite a bit of product there. And then I'm going to use the brush Now I'm going a little bit blind here because I do wear glasses, so I'm going to come in. Yes, and we do make faces when we are applying eye makeup always. Up a little bit underneath there, wing it up a little bit to the outer edge, and it makes a nice and across just above the crease bone, and you can see here it makes a nice smoky eye look. So I'm going to apply to the other side now. And you can always add a little bit more if you want to make it more intense. Now I'm going to get my palette. Now this is my own personal palette that I've made up. As you can see, this one is used a lot. This is a lilac color that works really well with the brown Kajal pencil. There's also, I just ran out of my copper color because I love to put copper on the inside here, and also a nude. So these are the three I tend to use the most. There's also a beautiful shade called French Bisque, which is not in the for sale yet, but I do plan to put it in because it's a beautiful soft color that can go on the eyelid. So if you've got hooded eyelids, if you put a light color right here, it will help to bring out the eyes, and then you put a softer area over there. So I'm just going to get a little bit of my lilac, and I'm just going to go over. And this is where I get my other, the fresh one, for adding a little bit of copper. This combination is good for most eye colors, but specifically for blue because it really brings out blue eyes. And then I'm going to get a little bit of the nude. Now if I wanted to make it a little bit more intense, what I will do is, I'm just going to get a mirror out here because it's just going to be easier for me. I could add a little bit of the brown, a little bit more underneath and in the waterline with the tip. And again, if I want to make it a little bit more, if I wanted to do with the side, then if I don't have much tip, then I could also use the angled brush as well, which we also sell, to add a little bit more definition. But I'm going to keep it very soft because this is a nice day look. And then what I'm going to just do to finish up, I'm going to add a little bit of mascara, and I'm going to come right back and we'll see the finished look. And then I will take off the eye makeup on, and we'll do a grey one next, grey black. So I've just added a little bit of mascara, and as you can see, it's a very soft look. So it's perfect for daytime or even a soft evening look or romantic. And here it is, my eyes are closed, looking over one way. Let me know what you think, and we will now do a bedroom eyes look, I think now.